So here I am doing another driving video. I think I'm going to carry on doing these. I'm going to start calling them Jonny's Journal, because I do a lot of long journeys and I'm always thinking when I'm driving, so I might as well talk and say what's on my mind. And you never know, you might agree or disagree with some of them, so I'm going to start uploading them. All Man United related, of course. So yeah, you can follow me on Twitter, by the way, John Foster MUFC, Jon Foster MUFC. So yeah, I'm going to carry on doing a few of these. This is the 13th of July, so Man United have just played their first pre-season game against Perth Glory. I don't know the result because I've been at work. I'm just on the way home from work now. I haven't managed to avoid Twitter and all these kind of things, so I don't know the score. What I do know is I saw the starting lineup and I made my way down to Ashley Young as captain, and then I forgot to, well, I didn't forget, I just chose not to look at any other players, to be honest. But I don't know anything about the game. I don't know where it's gone, so I'm going to try and catch some highlights when I get back home. But today, yeah, I just wanted to have a little talk about, well, a little bit of a rant, or just get a few things off my chest really regarding the transfer market. I just wanted to talk about the three players who we're most likely to sign, based on what everybody else is saying, but also based on what's in the media, what other fans are saying, this, that, and the other. So it's looking like midfielders wise, Longstaff, Fernandez, and then Maguire as a defender. So if you had them three along with James and Wan-Bissaka, it's not the end of the world. You know, to get 5 players in for Man United recently, that's quite good, but you know, it's still not where we need to be. So start off with Fernandez, possible replacement for Pogba. But then if that is the case, you'll hear me just keep on playing devil's advocate with everything here, because there's pros and there's cons for everything, isn't there? But if Fernandez is the replacement for Pogba, then obviously that means that we've still got to be 2 midfielders light, because I doubt McTominay and Fred and Pereira and Matic or Mata are going to be, you know, pushing for the top 4, you know, helping us push for the top 4. So yeah, there is that option. Yeah, so Fernandez would be a decent replacement for Pogba, absolutely. But ideally, I suppose you'd like Pogba, Fernandez, and then a defensive centre midfielder behind them. A lot of people say that Fernandez and Pogba can't play together, but then you got other people saying that, you know, you can have Pogba on the left hand side, Fernandez on the right. They can take it in turns going forward, and you've always got the Matic or McTominay sitting behind them. I can't really tell you anything more than you don't already know about Fernandez. You know, he's a quality player, a lot more attacking minded than a lot of the players that we have. Energetic, young. So yeah, I think he'd be a great signing, definitely. I think a lot of the fans will be behind that. But if he is just going to be a replacement for Pogba, then, you know, I don't think we moved further forward really. Yes, okay, Fernandez might be a bit more passionate about the club, perhaps. And he won't have the fans slating him as much as Pogba does. But realistically, with Fellaini going, Herrera going, and Pogba going, are we better off with those 3, or Fernandez, Matic, and Fred, or McTominay? You know, that's obviously your choice, but I don't think we've moved further forward if we start with those 3 in the midfield. Speaking about midfield, so you got Longstaff as well. As much as it's great to see youngsters getting a chance, I do believe that we need people in our starting lineup who are actually going to improve the team. So again, Fernandez and Longstaff, are they better than last year's Pogba and Herrera? Possibly not. I was a fan of Herrera, if I'm honest, and it was sad to see him go. So in my eyes, Herrera will be better than Longstaff, and then is Pogba better than Fernandez? Okay, so I'm just posing a few questions. Obviously there's a lot of Pogba fans out there that will probably say, yeah, Pogba's better than Fernandez, but then there's going to be a lot of people saying, Fernandez is more passionate about the club and he's going to be with us for a longer, you know, for a longer time. I think the ideal scenario would have been Herrera to stay, then obviously improve the midfield with Fernandez, and then just get a better defensive centre midfielder. This ain't going to happen now. Obviously Herrera's gone, and I don't think we're going to sign anyone as a defensive centre midfield, so I think we're stuck with Matic and McTominay. So yeah, if Longstaff does come, will he be a starter? Probably not. I can't imagine him starting ahead of McTominay, Fred or Matic. But you know, I guess we'll see. That's the thing, there's so many different variations. I mean, you could play a 4-4-2 diamond and have Fernandez up front, Pogba sitting on the left hand side behind him, and then maybe, you know, we got McTominay and Fred and Pereira all to fit in. There are ways and means to get everybody in, but whether or not it's an improvement on last season is another thing. And then the defence. So Maguire, I'm actually going to be happy with Maguire. I'm not going to say that I'm happy about the price, although I can understand the price. But you know, that is what he's worth. You know, people say he's not worth 75 million. He's worth however much you're prepared to pay for him. You know, it's like if someone says, "Oh, that car's not worth 30 grand or whatever it is." It might not be worth 30 grand to me, but for someone who's wants that specific car, then yeah, it probably is worth 30 grand. If you like your watches and you're a collector, and you know someone wants to pay 10 grand for a Rolex watch, yeah, 10 grand, you know, it's not worth it for me. But if you collect Rolexes, then yeah, of course, it's, you know, 10 grand is worth it. So 75-80 million for Maguire. It's probably going to happen because I can't imagine us going into the new season with anybody else, to be honest. The only downside would be we've already got so many centre defenders anyway. Are the club just going to play crafty and say, well look, we'll just keep Transibi and not sign anyone? And that wouldn't surprise me. It wouldn't surprise me. But I think the fact that we are chasing Maguire shows that we do actually want him. And then you just got to decide, you know, is it going to be Lindelof, Maguire, and then Smalling as your third place and Jones as your fourth place? Boye is still there, and Rojo's still there, Darmian's still there. So there's a lot of players there who are not even close to being called upon. So something's got to go. Someone's got to, you know, give somewhere, and obviously we've got to give Transibi a chance as well. I don't know how it's going to go. I think Lindelof and Maguire is going to be the front two. And back in the old days, you know, your front two would be your front two all season, apart from maybe the cup games, the cup matches. Whereas, you know, so if that's the case, how on earth is Bailly, Transibi, Smalling and Jones going to get a game? They're not, are they? But you're still give them like a big contract. So I'm completely confused about the centre back situation. We've just got far too many, and no one's looking like them leaving. But we do need to add someone who's actually going to improve the defence, and Maguire's going to be that person. I can't see us going for Koulibaly now, even though I appreciate, you know, for the extra 10-15 million, if you spend that extra 10-15 million on Koulibaly, you know, you are going to get a better quality player. So yeah, that's my thoughts on the three signings we're probably going to get. If we're lucky, we might just end up with two. We might not get that defender, purely because we've got plenty already. Or we might not get Fernandez because we'll keep Pogba instead. Maybe Fernandez is just Pogba's replacement. I don't think there's any right or wrong answer at this stage. I guess we'll just see how it goes. But we definitely need another 4 or 5 positions over the next 2 transfer markets. Okay, so that's my Johnny's journal over with. My journey nearly over with as well. And I'll catch up with you guys probably with some sort of match reaction to our pre-season games. And yeah, I'll see you then. Let me know what your thoughts are as well in the comments. And look out for me on Twitter as well. John Foster, MUFC. Okay guys.